Hello and welcome to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading. We are channeling the energy of your twin flame. I have already pre-selected 2 oracle cards. Today we are using the Angel Oracle deck. I will show you up close each card for each pile. But before we begin, I will clear the energies with a singing bowl. Here is pile 1. We have the Angel of Wisdom, and here is pile 2 with the Angel of Inspiration. I will now be getting into pile number 1's reading. Timestamps will be below. Welcome, pile number 1. You chose the Angel of Wisdom for the energy around your twin flame. So you may have incoming knowledge or just a knowing of why you may be separated from your twin flame right now, or you may have an inner knowing of why they have been behaving the way they have been behaving. And when I started for both piles at the very beginning of this video, I got a ringing in my right ear very heavily. So that really tells me that you will be receiving incoming messages if you haven't already, and that your person is very likely thinking about you and wondering what happened. And the Angel of Wisdom is sitting in a lotus pose under a what looks like some sort of fruit tree, likely an apple tree. So apples may be significant to you. And now may be a good time, if you don't have clarity on your current situation, taking the time to spend your free time in nature and meditating can really be beneficial for you to gain knowledge that you have been seeking regarding your twin flame. It's probably good to just get your head out of the current situation in order for clarity to naturally come to you. I will read the message from the guidebook now for you. Knowledge can be obtained from many sources, but wisdom arises from within. Wisdom involves understanding how all your life experiences form part of a greater universal pattern, and is vital for spiritual growth. The Angel of Wisdom assures you that he is by your side to help your soul find this wisdom on its journey through life. Seek a peaceful place where you can be alone in the mountains, among the trees, by the sea, anywhere you can find a sense of stillness. That will reflect your inner being. Ask the Angel of Wisdom to bring your mind into harmony with the divine laws that govern the universe, and to nurture the blossoming of your inner wisdom. And some symbols of this card are apple, mountain range, golden yellow, bee, moonlight, owl, and pearl. And an affirmation you can use during this time is, I connect with universal wisdom and also trust my inner wisdom. So what I am getting from this is that you and your person are likely separated right now, or now is the time to separate. Not forever, but for both of you to gain the wisdom you need in order to come back together in a healthier dynamic and in a healthier mindset. We oftentimes bring our past traumas into current situations, and maybe this person that you're dealing with, you have a strong love for, but it's just not the healthiest of relationships. So Spirit wants you to know now is the time to spend some time on your own. Meditate, contemplate, heal wounds that may necessarily not be directly related to romantic relationships, but other aspects of your life like childhood wounds that could be bleeding into your romantic relationships. I will now draw a Green Witch Oracle card to see what Mother Nature wants to communicate regarding your twin flame. Now is a destined time to be separated from them. Don't be too anxious about it. Just focus on your own inner healing to gain that wisdom regarding your situation. Here you got the So card, which is all about planning, setting intentions, and optimism. There's a seed here, and it looks like in the future it will sprout. And there's also a light around her or his third eye area here. So now is definitely the time to be gaining wisdom. You're going to get better at planning and setting intentions, and maybe there was a past where it was really affecting your current situation and you were projecting a little bit onto your partner or vice versa. And now is the time to really harness your optimism, because if we don't expect good things to happen, how are we supposed to attract them? So now is the time to get better at setting those intentions rather than worrying about current problems that you have no control over. Like if your twin flame has currently gone no contact, don't be busy trying to win them back and being anxious about it. Rather, set intentions that will benefit your inner being, and that will help you be more optimistic about the future, so that when your twin flame does make their way back into your life, you will be ready and you will be in a positive state of mind to embrace them with open arms. I will now draw a few tarot cards to see what else the energies are regarding your twin flame. What other energies surround Pile 1's twin flame? Your first card is the Magician. You have all the tools in your toolbox to achieve what it is you want to achieve. And the Magician is all about manifesting. So you could be focusing your energy on planning and setting optimistic intentions. Yes, it's good to be prepared for the worst, but we also need to be prepared for the best. So spend your time on your own manifesting, and maybe make a list. Analyze your past twin flame relationship and assess what worked and what didn't work. And so then if and when you guys come together again, you will be in a better state and recognize what needs to change. And that will help you manifest a more positive relationship with your twin flame. But it's about having that inner wisdom of what needs fixing. And let's see this card. Here we have the Six of Swords. Slow and steady momentum is needed right now. You don't want fast pace, quick movements with no logic. Now is the time to set the intentions. And take a shot every time I say set intentions. Maybe that's coming up because maybe you met your twin flame drinking or at a party, and maybe those influences weren't good for your dynamic with one another. And so Spirit wants you to just go forward, slow and steady. Be cautious when dealing with your person right now, because while you are working on yourself and your inner healing, your person may be a bit slower to do that. They might have a harder time looking inwards, and that is why Spirit wants you to move forward with caution. If they reach out to you soon, don't embrace them with open arms. Proceed with caution, because they may not be at the state they're presenting themselves to be. On the Six of Swords here, the figure is wearing a mask, and there's also a mask or face on this little boat. So what I am getting from that is that your person may be reaching out to you soon, and they may be presenting themselves like, I've healed, I've changed, I'm a different person now. But actions speak louder than words. And while it's healthy to be optimistic, we also need to be realistic. So proceed with caution and don't just go all in 100% when they reach out again, because they may be testing the waters to see if they still have a hold on you. They may not have been working on themselves like you have, but they want to see if their energy still affects you. So, while we don't want to be completely closed off, just don't be completely open with them when they reach out to you. See what they have to say first before you say what you have to, because they are the ones to reach out. And if you do reach out, don't approach it from an all-in point of view. If you want to have a conversation with them, okay, but don't go all in 100%. Definitely proceed with caution. But slow and steady will get you there. This is not a bad omen. It's just that you don't want to move too quickly here. And your next card regarding your twin flame is the World. This is big, and you two may be completing a cycle right now, and both of you may be the world to one another, but are having a hard time dealing with your own demons right now, and they want to see the world with you one day, but not quite today. And that is a good sign that this previous chapter is wrapping up the toxicity, and when you two do reconnect, you should move forward slow and steady, and that will allow you to assess if both of you have healed and are in a healthier place. and maybe you need to travel a little bit and see the world to have a better perspective of your twin flame. And maybe it will just help you get your mind off of it, because sometimes that's really what we need, to see that there is more to the world than just my twin flame. While there is all this energy surrounding it, and it can feel intoxicating sometimes. I'm getting a lot of drinking and partying references here. Your person may have substance abuse issues that they are trying to deal with right now. So they may have a lot of love for you, but they themselves are struggling to care and change in a positive way for themselves. And it is difficult to care for someone else when we ourselves are struggling. So now is the time for both of you to work on yourself, get out in nature, and you can't control what the other person is doing. So it's now the time to focus on your own energy and your own healing. And in the future, yes, you two may come together again. I'm seeing you traveling somewhere and running into them in a place where you just don't expect. Like, maybe you're in another country and you run into them out of nowhere, and that is confirmation that they are your twin flame, because the energies brought you back together again across the world in this coincidence. But we don't want to focus on like manifesting those things. You want to focus on your own being, your own healing, your own wisdom, and the universe will take care of the rest. If your energy is undeniable, it will come together again. I will now draw a Moonology card to see what the moon has to say about your twin flame. What does pile 1 need to hear regarding their twin flame? Here we have, nothing will come of this situation. And when you first hear that, that may be disheartening, because I'm sure you do have a lot of love for your person, but this doesn't mean forever. It may just be right now in this season of your life. Nothing will come of this situation with your twin flame. Both of you must embrace your alone time and be open to talking to other people and meeting and connecting. Don't be so focused on the past and your twin flame that you're not really in contact with currently, that you block connections that could be divine. Because while there is a lot of energy with your twin flame, it doesn't mean there's not other relationships out there that could be more transformative in a positive way. And maybe you really helped this person realize, like, maybe they feel like you were the one that got away, but they need to work on themselves. And that's just life. And we can't let someone else's situation hold us back from living and meeting new people. I will read the message from the guidebook for you now. In a form of astrology known as Hore, where an astrological chart is cast according to when a question is asked and decoded, a void course moon means nothing will come of this matter, or the situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news, depending on what you are asking. For example, if you were worried about something, whatever it was, this card can be taken as a sign that there is nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations or change things so you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you are currently creating, and you can change that with both your behavior and beliefs. Repeat after me or comment down below. I trust in my highest good. I trust in my highest good. The chances of something are diminishing. Something better may be around the corner. Believe that you will get what you need. Surrender to the divine. Take time out, meditate, and contemplate. Spirit is definitely saying that now is the time for separation. The way you have currently been approaching your twin flame, nothing will come from that. What you need to do now is focus your energy on yourself. And the twin flame energies are often a runner and a chaser. So if you keep chasing and chasing and chasing, they are gonna keep running. So once you put your energy into yourself, maybe one day you will reconnect and they will admire that you're finally putting that energy into yourself. And that when you focus that energy towards yourself, like the card said from the moon, there can be something better around the corner. So don't close yourself off to future friendships, relationships, connections, just because of your twin flame. Your twin flame may come back into your life later on, but it will happen when you least expect it, when you probably hadn't thought of them for a long time. So embrace self-care right now. Embrace optimism that the best is still yet to come, and it is. So that is your twin flame reading for today. If it resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe for more. I will now be moving into pile number 2's reading. Have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 2. You chose the Angel of Inspiration. And she's holding some flowers here from the field and a bird. You may know someone who looks like this, maybe your twin flame or you do. That definitely does not have to be the case. Maybe your twin flame has given you flowers before, and that's why these flowers are quite significant. Or maybe you have walked in the garden together with one another, and that helps bring inspiration to your life, and that's been the energy around you lately. But I will read the message from the guidebook for you now. The word inspiration means breathing in. To be inspired, you need to breathe in the energy of the universe to expand your awareness of the world around you. The Angel of Inspiration encourages you to do this so you can find fresh ideas for creative activities or simply for daily life. The best place to seek this energy is in nature. If you feel the need to rekindle your imagination, find a garden or other peaceful place to sit down and relax. Breathe deeply and let go of any tension. Focus on the flora and fauna around you. Ask the Angel of Inspiration to enhance your senses of all the colors, textures, and sounds. You will be amazed at the richness of your perceptions, and your thoughts will take wing. And some symbols of this card include flowers, nature, bright color, bird, book, waterfall, and citron. And an affirmation you can use at this time or comment down below is, I am inspired by the beauty that surrounds me. I am inspired by the beauty that surrounds me. So I'm getting that maybe your relationship with your twin flame is very beautiful. You may have had lots of experiences with one another, and you thinking about those memories help you be more creative. And to connect with this energy, spending time in nature really helps. Maybe you and your twin flame had a lot of dates in natures, going on hikes, on walks. Maybe you went on a hike and saw some waterfalls. So maybe these things remind you of your twin flame, and that kind of helps bring life into your creative projects. And if you are in separation from your twin flame right now, doing these things will help you connect to that energy again. Even if you're not directly connecting with your twin flame, if you're craving those emotions that you feel when you're with them, but you're unable to be with them at this time, connecting with those things will help you channel that energy into your life without needing to chase your twin flame to come back. I will draw a Green Witch Oracle card now to see what Mother Nature wants to communicate regarding your twin flame. I'm getting that flowers were very significant in your relationship, and maybe a bunch of cards just fell. I will shuffle one more time because I don't like picking cards messily like that. Maybe you're kind of in a messy spot with your twin flame, and that is why you're craving this reconnection with that energy. Here you got the sickle card. And the sickle card is all about focus, regrowth, and letting go. So you may be struggling to let go of your twin flame, and you have been craving that energy again, that excitement, because with the twin flames, there's often a chaser and a runner, and maybe you have been chasing and chasing and chasing, and they are just not reciprocating. So Spirit wants you to spend time in nature to allow yourself to gain new perspectives and realizations that there is beauty in life, and there is strong, powerful energies that aren't just your twin flame. Spirit wants you to know that in this chapter, now is the time to let go of your twin flame. It may not be forever, but maybe you have been making yourself sick trying to force this connection. That's what I'm getting as I look at the sickle card here. It's time to refocus your energy on what matters and cut the ties of what is no longer working. And if there is a reconnection in your future, that cannot take place until you truly let go. It's time to rediscover who you are without that twin flame in your life. And yes, connecting with nature is definitely essential for you to achieve that. I will read the message from the guidebook for the sickle card now. The sickle is a gardening tool used for harvesting and reaping, though it is also closely associated with death. In art, death is often seen holding this tool, a symbol of taking a life that has finished. The sickle helps you to clear away dead matter and control overgrowth, allowing for new growth to take place unhindered. Clearing and cutting away outdated or unneeded material leaves space for new life and beginnings. It doesn't cut life short. Instead, it reinforces available resources so that life can continue. The sickle card reminds you to cut away what drains your energy or no longer serves you, so focused growth can take place. And a reflection you can journal about is, what parts of your life need to be cut back or cut out completely to help you grow? What parts of your life need to be cut back or cut out completely to help you grow? I'm really getting that you may have been obsessively thinking about this person, and I'm not saying that in a judgmental way. I've been there. And we can just be very stuck on this twin flame energy. That is why there is a runner and a chaser, because it's almost addicting to keep chasing that person, and when they finally give you that attention again, it's like, oh yes, the universe is good again. But Spirit wants you to know that that is not good for you, and now is the time for you to realize your worth and cut the ties from what has already been pulling away from you. I'm getting there may already be physical separation from you and your person, but the mental is still there, which can stay for quite some time for some of us. And to work through that, Spirit wants you to go on a hike, see a waterfall, watch some birds. Even the other day, I did a reading because there was just these loud birds chirping, like, hello, hello, get moving, focus on your creative projects. So Spirit wants you to not focus so much of your energy on your twin flame, and if you are struggling to not think about them, it is good to let that out in a creative way. That is what I have done. If you are into photography, drawing, painting, creating videos, whatever you choose as your creative outlet, target your feelings in that way, through poetry even. And that is a much healthier way of going through the motions of those feelings, rather than just sulking and over obsessing about the person that you're not even in contact with currently. And I will now draw some tarot cards to see what else is surrounding your twin flame. We got the first card here, the Nine of Cups. I will get 2 more cards. Thank you, Spirit. What does pile number 2 need to hear around their twin flame? So the first card that wanted to pop out was the Nine of Cups. This is celebration, indulgence, parties. Now is the time to get out there and enjoy yourself. View your world from, rather than a glass half empty, it's a glass half full and ready to be filled to the top. and there are grapes here and all these cups, and Spirit wants you to know that you will be happy eventually in separation from your twin flame. Maybe this was how you felt when you were with them, and that is why you are struggling to let go of that energy, because look at the smile on this guy's face here. He is just living the dream, and that may have been how you felt in your twin flame relationship. And at the start of a lot of new relationships, that's how it can feel, especially if you feel like you click with somebody, because you will go on dates and the energy just isn't there. You don't have, even if you have common interests, if the personality doesn't match your energy, it's like, yeah, it's just, they're a good person, but that energy is just not there. And with your twin flame, yes, there was powerful, strong happiness energy surrounding it, and your person felt that as well, but you can feel that in separation without them, and in fact, you need to in order to move through this chapter. Let's see the next card for you. We have the Knight of Swords, and the Knights are all about doing, and so you want to be working on an intellectual project right now, maybe focusing on your work, and you gaining space from your twin flame will help you do that. So rather than using all your energy trying to figure out how to win this person back, how to get this person's attention, focus on putting those thoughts into something productive for your life. Like I said, your creative projects, your work. And maybe this situation taught you some lessons, and without your twin flame, you wouldn't have this inspiration and this drive to work on your projects. Whatever your projects are and your creative outlets that you enjoy, maybe try doing it in a park. Maybe you usually do it at home, but maybe do it in a park, and it just helps the energies flow more, being out in the open with the nature, with the fresh air and the oxygen. So now is the time to be inspired, regardless of whatever your twin flame is doing. And here is the Four of Cups. I see you thinking about your person, wishing it could have worked out in a different way, but you still have 3 cups here. And while I understand your feeling and your daydreaming about wanting that person and that relationship, you still have so much in your life that is good. And it's just about looking around and being grateful for what you have as is. And this card is not saying you will never reconnect with your twin flame. This is just the current energies, and the Four of Cups, you could be manifesting, trying to get them back into your life. And so it's not that it's never gonna happen, but in order for it to happen one day, you must let go of that twin flame fully, emotionally, physically. And so Spirit wants you to focus on your creative outlets. Maybe you have been neglecting your friendships at this time because you were so focused on trying to manifest your twin flame back into your life. But it's not going to happen by force. You must learn to accept what is and put that energy into the things that make you happy and bring you joy. I will now draw a Moonology card to see what the moon wants to communicate regarding your twin flame. Now is the time to cut the ties so you can fly free in your creativity. Here you got, don't let your past hold you back. Don't let your past hold you back. Spirit does not want you to let this energy from your twin flame hold you back from accomplishing your goals, meeting new people, because while twin flames are a very real, true thing, there are also other things like soulmates, your soul tribe, and you don't want to close yourself off because you're worried about your twin flame who isn't even around you physically anymore. Be open to new connections, new projects, new opportunities, and don't let what didn't work hold you back from what's meant to be. I will read the message from the guidebook now. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating or even toxic. It suggests that someone, maybe even you, needs to be released, and that there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safe. Repeat after me or comment down below. I release the past. I release the past. Our relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. Your attraction to someone may be verging on obsessive. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. As I was reading this card, I was also, even with the 9 of Cups I was getting, that there could be some addiction or some substance abuse here. But that energy came through in the first pile as well. So if you were struggling to choose between the two piles, there may be messages there for you as well. But it looks like your twin flame has been with you across many lifetimes. This dynamic has replayed across many lifetimes, and that is why you're so obsessed with this energy, because it feels familiar. But just because something is familiar doesn't mean it is good for us. And there is some statistic that more often than not, people would rather choose the known negative or uncomfortable than the unknown and uncertain, even if the unknown can be beautiful and amazing. So Spirit wants you to know that if you have been struggling to let this person go and you feel like, oh, well, maybe I'm struggling to let them go because we are meant to be, and you're trying these different tactics to try and manipulate and get them back and influence them and get their attention. Put that energy into you. Put that love into you, your projects, your creative passions, your friends, and what is meant to be will find its way to you. I believe that, yes, you and this person have been together across many lifetimes, but it doesn't mean you're meant to be for life. And maybe you're just meant to live your own life right now, focus on your projects, develop in your career, progress, and maybe one day you will reconnect when both of you are in a different point in your life. So that is your reading for today. If it resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time.